on another Wet Your Palate. Join us on Go With Your Palate. We got some special guests today. We got Ode, Osbourne, and Bryan battle some UFC fighters. We had a fucking awesome day with these guys. Had a ton of fun, and we just finished up talking about everything under the goddamn sun, not just their stories, but fucking like what they love to do, what they're passionate about, what they're doing for the youth, just moving forward. And we got into some wine, of course. I don't know what
wine. 2 bottles finished.
We found out that Bryan loves the movie Holes.
Hey, don't give it all away.
I love the movie Holes. I love Holes. Period.
Hey, dude, we even sang some Creed, dude. We got in some
Hold me now. Damn it, don't get me going. Don't give it away.
We want to stay tuned.
So trust me, you're going to love this fucking podcast. So listen up and run through the whole thing. It's a lot of fun hearing about what these guys are doing, where they're at on their journey, and what they're doing for the future.
And thank you guys for having us, man. It was so dope.
I wouldn't be here without Ode, but then also shout out to these 2 motherfuckers right here because they're talking about how cool we are. They're fucking cool as hell.
Me too.
One of my favorite stories that I've heard was your fight against a Frenchman in France.
Yeah,
So, dude, you gotta tell this.
All right, so boom.
That was hilarious.
Now,
Down to the song you walked out to. Like every
niggas in Paris. I remember watching it. All I hear is I remember watching it I'm nervous. Like I'm like super nervous. I always get nervous when my friends fight.
Yeah, you guys already knew each other pretty well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I remember watching it. And I'm nervous as hell. All I hear is ball so hard, motherfuckers can't find me, and I'm like, yeah. That shit crazy.
Everyone was like, you gotta walk out to niggas in Paris. You gotta watch out to niggas. And I was like, all right, and I did it. And people were like, I can't believe you walked out to that song. I was like, y'all all telling me to do it. but no, that fight there was a lot of shit happening because I, just separated from my wife. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like a lot of shit was going on in life. And I was like, yo, they fucking matched me up with this fucking he doesn't deserve to fight me. They got me fighting a French dude in France that doesn't deserve to fight me. I was like, okay, all right. I'm gonna do the most. And it was fun. What was funny is I had these chains. I had all this fucking jewelry. And, like, literally, all I wanted was one chain. I was ready to drop, like, bread on one chain.
Yeah.
And we got the France. I didn't have any chains. I told my boy, Shamik, shout out to Shamik, the one who takes care of me during my weight cuts, you know what I'm saying? He got the France early with me. He was watching me in France. And I was like, Shamik, I got to get a chain. Like, if we find any jewelry spot, like, fucking keep your eyes out. We got to get. And so he was like, hey. So we're walking around Paris the first day. We see a jewelry spot. So, hey, Bryan, there's a jewelry spot. Oh, bet. Walk in there, and I'm looking at the shit, and I'm looking at the prices. I said, that seemed pretty fucking cheap.
How much was it?
Bro, I don't know how to, like, fucking, I don't know the exact exchange rate. Yeah. It wasn't shit. That's all, you know what I'm saying? It was all fake.
Yeah.
All fake, hella fake. And so I was like, instead of getting one, I just wanted one chain. Instead of one chain, I said, oh, shit, let me get that one, this one. Let me get this bracelet. Let me get this bracelet. What else y'all got? Y'all got glasses, too? You know what I'm saying? So I got all this shit, and I'm a whole week, I'm just fucking doing the most. I got the fucking chains on. I got the
elevated you, though, didn't it?
And motherfuckers like, are those real? I was like, hell no, they're not real. I'm like, nah, they're fake as fuck, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I was making videos and shit, and people were fucking loving it. And the press conferences, I was like, I wasn't talking shit, but I was having fun. You know what I'm saying? People were like, thanks for having some fun out there. Everyone's been stiff. I was like, because they're fucking lame. You know what I'm saying? But
those little things make a difference, man.
They make a difference.
Not just for your personality, but for the whole sport.
No, that ass. And it's like, then the fight happens. It's like, not only did I walk out to that song in Paris, but it's like, boom, I'm taking my shirt off. I got the fucking
chains.
Oh, you
got the chains on. Crazy.
Big ass fake chains on. I'm just like, sticking my tongue out, doing the most, you know what I'm saying? Go out there, fucking fight this French motherfucker. And he got to walk out second. He had 2 fights at the UFC at this point. There's no way he should have been walking out second, but he got to walk out second because it was hometown. All right. Y'all have him walk out second. All right. All right.
I like the shit you guys think about.
I
should be walking out last.
I think about that all the time when I fought Lazy Boy at the Spear. You know, obviously I walked out second. I'm like, this dude, this is his second fight in the UFC. Why the fuck is he walking out first? I'm sorry, why the fuck is he walking out second? I'm like, this is some bullshit. But all right. But it makes you, it motivates you to go in there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because whoever walks out second is supposed to be the A side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're walking out first,
Because
you're supposed to be
the
the
most
B-side.
experienced fighter usually walks out.
The most experienced, higher ranked fighter
Usually
Second,
walks out second.
Yeah.
Second.
It's just like a respectful thing.
And
you
so
know what I mean?
it's like,
Yeah.
wait, the motherfucker with 2 fights
Respect.
is walking out after me? All right. Oh, okay. All right. I'll show y'all something. You know what I
you
mean?
did.
Unless you're a champion, then you walk out second the whole time.
If you're champion, you just walk out second. There's no debate on it. And so then we walked out, we fucking did the thing. And like I said, like fucking people, boo. And I was like, fucking, motherfucker, and
He really walked out like this, like
yeah.
no
Taking out
joke.
the booze.
Yeah, like
it was
like feeding you, right?
Taking the booze in, he's like,
That's awesome.
Here's the thing. Like my last fight, what fucked me up is like I'm a big energy guy. You know what I'm saying? So up to this point, before I fought in France, there's only 2 times I fought outside the Apex. Apex is hardly any energy because it's just a small thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The first time I fought outside the Apex was in my hometown. It was in Charlotte. So it
That's
was
cool.
like hella energy.
Yeah.
The roof blew off the building, but everyone loved me there. You know what I'm saying? Then we flipped the script. Now I'm going to someone else's hometown. Everyone fucking hates me. You know what I'm saying? Boo. And it's like, what's trippy is my last fight was in Vegas. And Vegas, if you're not on the main card, unless maybe it's... Were you on the main card in the Spear? You were on the main card.
I was,
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you don't fucking... But I'm saying, like, if you are on the undercard in the Spear, I was on the undercard. And there was not... I was sandwiched in between 2 former champs. I was like, there's going to be people there. Not a motherfucking person there. You know what I'm saying? It was Theo Vaughn in the front row. And that was it, bro. There was no one there. It was cool. I saw Theo. I was like, hell yeah, there's gonna be hella people here. And I walked out. It was like crickets. I was like, damn, dude. But in Charlotte, places where the UFC doesn't normally go, people get there fucking early.
Yeah.
Like in Charlotte, I was the second fight on the card. Like super duper, like
And it
early
was packed.
prelims.
Is that it? Yeah.
Early prelims.
Yeah, they were
Packed.
Yep.
Paris, I was on the main card, but low on the main card.
But packed
Fucking
probably still, right?
packed.
Yeah, because
the energy was just fucking crazy.
But if you go to
So,
like fight in Vegas, man, they're not getting there until like main card.
main card, it's got to be main card. But for me, it's like if the energy's there, it's like I love that motherfucking energy. I love that motherfucking energy. And so
Even the negative energy.
Even the negative energy. Just give me something, baby. And so Paris, they're fucking just giving me all of it. I'm like, all right, baby. Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. And if I fight the motherfucker, first round's a little competitive. Second round, I get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? People are fucking... I finish them, the refs jumps in, I'm fucking throwing up the middle finger. I'm like, fuck you guys.
I love it.
Oops, I knocked out your boy. You know what I'm saying? But we get to the...
And he gets on the mic.
Get on the mic, and I had this... I've been a dickhead all week, walking around with these fucking fake chains.
You might as well keep it going.
And I'm like, I got this wholesome thing I want to say, and I'm like, I can't believe they're booing me right now. You know what I'm saying? Of course they're fucking booing you. And so they're booing me, and I was like, all right. Okay, motherfuckers, I got something for y'all. And it was like, people always ask me, they're like, yo, did you plan on saying this? And I was like, no, but it was a running joke. People would ask me what my game plan was for the fight. And I said, well, he does this, so I'm going to do this. And he does this, so I'm going to do this. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm not going to lose a fight to a French guy. Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to lose it. And they were like, yeah, you can't lose a fight to a French guy. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a running joke. And people are fucking, I'm telling boo! Like my dad was in the stand. He couldn't hear shit I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a homie recording me inside. He was in the cage recording me.
He still
could not hear shit I'm saying. That's how loud they were booing me.
Yeah.
Just booze.
Just straight booze, middle fingers, throwing beer, like all of the shit. And so I'm like, all right, I got something for y'all. I'm like, you know what, y'all want to boo? I'm gonna give y'all something to boo real quick. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and I'm gonna say it in the third person. So I said my first thing. I had a little pause to think about what I was going to say next. I was like, fuck wholesomeness. I'm coming for war. As I got back home, I was like, I know y'all didn't think the butcher was going to lose in a fist fight to a French dude. And, you know, it's like the translator, you can see in the background, his eyes go. He's like, oh shit.
And he now has to repeat that.
I was at home watching it, and I was like,
they didn't even, they did not repeat that shit. They cut the interview off. They're like, and all right, Bryan Battle, thank you. And then,
Bro, Big Bing was loving it. He was like, tell him one more time. What'd you say again?
Yeah.
I was like, I know.
Yeah.
You did not think.
Yeah.
The butcher
And then
was losing a fist
Michael
fight to a
Bisping
French dude.
was like, wait, what was that? One more time. They didn't hear. One more time.
They had the earpiece. They're like, Michael, a riot's about to start. You got to get Bryan out of there.
Riot's about to start. Yeah.
Like, you got to get out. And even still, then I still fucking hot dogged and jumped on the cage and was like,
Those Europeans do like to riot over sports, man. They love to throw shit around and break stuff.
All credit to them. And it's like people will say like, oh my goodness, how did you I bet everyone in France hates you. The French people, like, shout out to them. Like, they're really just there to, like, enjoy what they're watching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's
So
nothing personal.
if you give them something to engage in, so it's like, I gave them a reason. I let them, because of me being an asshole, it's like, I gave them something to, like, fucking, they could be involved in this shit. You know what I'm saying? They could be a part of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
UFC just came to, like, MMA in France just got legalized. What, only 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, French people have been actually doing great.
Well,
lately, French people have been doing really well.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. We all know they're a bunch of.
Listen. I'm just saying. I've been watching in kickboxing. Kickboxing is a sport where French people fought, and French who was the guy? Labard. Ah, man, it was this French guy. He was like a legend back in the day. But if anybody was kind of tough, he would start off good.
Hey, but Cyril Gane, though.
Cyril Gane. You know, that's what I'm saying. Hey, any French motherfucker that's bigger than me.
You know we're joking about it. Hey, Chris, was Jean-Claude Van Damme
Cyril, I don't want any problems, player.
No, I don't think he's French.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Is he?
Or is he Belgian?
I think he's French.
Well, he's Belgian.
French, Belgium.
Yeah, Art's saying yeah.
What? He's what?
He's Belgium.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Wait, did you see the
Belgium.
clip? Did you see? There's a clip of him kicking Cody Garbrandt in the head. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, I haven't seen
There's
that.
a clip of him kicking. Like
out to
him
Cody
and Cody
Garbrandt. He fights this
are
week, too.
play sparring, and he kicks Cody in the head, and immediately he's like, "Yo, wait, I'm sorry, I didn't
see that.
Even at his age, because he's got to be like 65, 70.
Nah, dude, it's like him and who's the other?
Steven Seagal?
Steven Seagal.
No, but so okay, this is what I was.
Well, now he
asking
lives
you,
in
but,
Russia.
Steven Seagal, in a sense, he gets a lot of shit right now, but he was like a real deal because he was actually in the corners of like actual UFC fighters and. Who do you
I
fight?
forgot
Anderson
about
Silva.
that.
He supposedly showed him that front kick.
Yeah.
Where he, I forget who he knocked out. With
Vitor Belfort.
Yeah.
Vito, yep.
Yeah,
Vito,
and
yep,
he's like,
Vito.
and he gave credit to Steven Seagal, and I think that was the moment we were all like, wait, what? Like Steven Seagal actually fucking like.
That was Silva doing the front kick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Vitor.
Yeah, snap kick.
It's like a
I remember watching that
like a
live.
high T, but like that was like then it was
Okay.
That was back in probably 2010. Yeah.
I was still in high
2010.
school.
Yeah.
Same. I actually also was in high school.
It was the
That's why I
cover.
remember it, because I remember watching it with a bunch of friends.
It was the cover of UFC 3 made by THQ.
Huh.
Don't ask me how I remember.
Yeah, I was like, how the fuck do you?
I was like,
These things just lawyer, bro.
He don't remember last night, but he remembers the cover of UFC 3.
Things from last night, but I can tell you.
He's like, that bitch that put the condom on me and we didn't fuck. I don't remember her name, but man.
I know her name. I can tell you her full name right now.
Another shout out.
I'm dead.
So I
Shout out to you. You know who you are. I'm not going to say your name. You know who you are.
But you just had a great fight O'Day too in April, dude. That was fucking fun to fucking watch. That was fucking
really,
great,
really
and I
fight.
wanted to kind of hear a little bit about it because just from a viewer, just like strictly like watching that shit, and I saw you take like a body slam in that first round and like a fucking man, dude, like just like the durability in you, and then you just come back with a fucking knockout. I don't know, man.
I remember the announcers not being very kind to you the first round.
Yeah.
But do you like telling that?
Nah, it's just always that's how it is, man.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about fighting, you know. I knew I was gonna have the edge because I was the most experienced fighter. I've had 11 fights in the UFC. That was his debut. He also, you know, obviously, with him never losing a fight, he's coming in with that confidence of, I can destroy this guy, because he's, you know, I've never lost a fight. That's how everyone thinks when they've never lost. They're like, oh yeah, I'm unstoppable. And then enter O'Day Osbourne.
Yeah, dude.
So, man, when he was, you know, I felt disrespected because of how much praise the UFC was giving him. I was like, what?
Yeah,
like, y'all saw me at the Sphere.
Yeah.
Y'all saw me versus Charles Johnson. Y'all saw me even before Manil knocked me out with the flying knee. Y'all saw me, competitive with Manil.
Manil's the #1 contender.
Right.
Charles Johnson's won like
four
fights
yeah.
in a row.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So, but immediately I was like, you know what, O'Day? You can't get emotional. Be calm. Be relaxed. You're on a 3-fight lose streak, because I thought the fight at the Sphere, you know, I should have won that. So I had a chip on my shoulder. I was like, nah, man, I'm about to go in here and prove that I'm him. I am him. Like, is that the Sphere? That should have been a 10-8. That should have been a 10-8 in the first round. Like,
Knock Lazy Boy.
yeah, bro, that should have been
sideways.
any other show that would have been a 10-8 first round.
But because you're UFC Noche.
Yeah. So they gave not only did they not give me a 10-8 in the first round, they gave him a 10-8 in the second round. they're like, we're making sure this is sealed for us.
Jeez.
So yeah, man, going into the fight, I could feel his energy in the cage, you know, fighting. I could feel it. And he shot a takedown, defended it, shot another one, defended it. He finally got me, slammed. I remember like closing my eyes, just like being so calm. I was like, man, just be calm and stay composed. Whoever can stay composed the longest will win. That was what I said to myself. I was like, whoever stays composed the longest wins. I was like, you've done this for a long time. You're going to be composed throughout the whole fight. So yeah, he picks me up, boom, slams me. I was like, man, that was all right. I didn't even hurt. You know, all the adrenaline. Honestly, if there wasn't adrenaline, I probably would have been like, oh, that kind of hurts. But all that adrenaline and ego was rushing through my veins. I was like, man, that was weak as hell.
Yeah.
You know, that's literally like how you have to think sometimes. Somebody hits you, boom. I hate when the announcers go, that's how you know it was a good hit. Because it's not true. Because when somebody hits you, boom, sometimes you're like, man, that was weak as hell. You know, like your ego and everything is like, man, that was weak. And your opponent can feel that. And he felt that energy going into the second round. I was like, oh yeah, I know you can feel this energy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he tried to take me down again and again. I stuffed both of them. And I'm like, all right, just be calm and relax and let him finish himself. Because I know that's what's about to happen. No Diddy. So
oh, Diddy.
Diddy never finishes himself, but
that is true.
As we're learning,
that is true.
Him or her?
That is true.
Ain't him though.
Yeah, that is true. So yeah, man, it was one of those things that was so calm, so relaxed. Like I said, when your brain sends the signal to your body to do something at a split second, you can't be tense. You can't force it. You have to be yourself. It's the only way to be. I am probably one of the fastest strikers in my division. You know, I'll say Manil's up there with me as well. But I knew in order to utilize my speed, I got to be relaxed. If I'm tense, my speed is gonna diminish a little bit. So I just had to let it go, and I just put boom, boom. I hit him with a jab, hit him with another jab. I don't even think I hit him. I just pumped it out there to gauge the distance, because I like to gauge the distance. Like, that's why I touch glove.
Yeah.
What's your
I like
age?
73.
73.
Yeah, I have the longest in my division.
Did you not know that either?
Yeah.
I was looking.
Somebody's getting a little jealous.
I was looking at our jab real quick. I was like, damn, His arms are kind of long.
Yeah, my arms are long.
Yeah,
So you normally your reach is how tall you are.
Yeah.
Mine is
73 is 6'1".
Yeah.
it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Mine is like ungodly long.
That's ridiculous.
That's why I touch
That's why I was looking at his arms. I said, wait a second.
Yeah.
His
So-
arms are kind of long.
So I
Motherfucker
pump
got that
exactly.
orangutan shit going on.
Yeah. Shit, here we go, baby. What did it say?
73 reach.
What did it say?
73.
Oh, yep, 73
Damn,
inches.
hey,
Yeah.
that shit fucking, that's crazy.
Yeah, so-
5'7", with his reach,
Yeah.
his arms are taller than he is.
Yes, I should,
Yeah.
No, for real, I should be 6'1" on paper. So I have the longest reach in my division by far. And so, I was just pumping them out there to see, because if you can pump your jab and get close to them, your cross is gonna hit. Because you don't need to hit them, they just need to come in. And they will eventually come in. So you pump a couple and you wait for them. Pump a couple and you wait for him. So I did that. He was really aggressive, and I was like, I knew I'm gonna play this to my advantage. So I pumped one, two, waited. He came, and I just went boom. And I couldn't tell you what I threw until after the fight. I was like, yo, Aljo, because Aljamain Sterling was my corner. I was like, Aljo, what did I hit him with? And he goes, you hit him with that shit. No joke. Right, I walked over after I knocked him out, and then like the ref, I'm looking at the ref. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me, and I'm like, "Yo, ref, are you gonna stop or you want me to finish?" Like,
You on top of him?
yeah. He's like, the ref's like, he look at me like, "I'm not gonna stop it." I was like, "All right." Boom, boom, and then he was like, "All right, that's enough. That's enough."
I mean, that,
You
that,
got enough time to
Yeah.
share a look, and the ref's like,
But
get
again,
some more in.
but again,
I do remember. I remember that distinctly because there's not a lot of fights where there is that moment where it's
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
you know, you fucked the guy up,
Yeah.
and you're like, ref, I fucked that guy up,
Yep.
Yeah.
and he's like, I don't think you fucked him up enough.
And when you look at
And
it,
the ref's like, I want to see him die.
yeah, bro.
I just lost 3 seconds or whatever it
Yeah.
is, and you're like, every fucking moment counts.
And when you look at him, his eye, I'm like, oh, I clearly can see his eyes roll back a little bit. You know what I mean? And then he hits the ground. He kind of comes to two. And the way his get up was, he got up so slow. He was like,
Oh,
I was like, oh man. All right, ref, here we go. And I just, boom, boom. But again, I'm the nice guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
That's-
Now you got Brian Battle.
I'm not
He
saying
hits
that's
him down.
that's
He's like,
There's a motherfucker will clearly, a motherfucker will clearly be unconscious, and me and the ref are having a race to him to see who can get there first. Like, I'm looking at the ref like, I'm gonna get another 2 shots in. The ref's like, don't you fucking dare, Brian. I'm like, oh, you better get it before me. All right, it's coming.
Meanwhile, I'm like,
motherfucker will be dead. Sitting
Yeah.
there like this. I'm like,
Meanwhile, I'm
two more
like,
times.
I hit him. I'm like, all right, he's clearly out, ref. Come on, man, don't let me do this to him. I'm like, ref, don't let me do this. He's got wife and kids. Like, don't let me do this.
'Cause those have to be the hardest.
Yeah,
the
for
most
me.
damaging hits.
Not to someone like
When you're
Brian
out.
Battle, but
Hey, listen. When you sign a contract to fight me, you would do. In my head, you would do the same thing to me if I was in that position. Listen, the way
course.
I get that. I get that.
100%.
I got knocked out in my very first amateur fight. I had a motherfucker. It was a picture of a motherfucker standing over me. My mouth guard flew out. My legs bent like this. I'm like this. And motherfucker standing over me like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like ever since then, it's like, hey, it's either him or me. It's either.
Do you guys ever
right.
kind of think about like the refs that are calling the fights and knowing that certain refs that like will let it continue to a winning spot? Because I've actually seen fights get called early. It kind of seems where
That's
like
kind of a
this.
smart.
I think they're
I thought
moving away
about
from that.
on a regional
Yeah.
level more than I thought about on the UFC level.
you know what? Yeah, it's one of those things that you just can't think about.
I guess you can't because you don't have control, right?
No,
over
you
it,
have no control. There's no way. There's no way to know. There's no way to know. You can't think about it. You just got to go in there and be your best you. You can't go in there stiff. You can't go in there hunt for the win. Because if you hunt for the finish, you chase, you get erased. You know, you watched the fight last weekend when that dude was chasing that dude, and he hit him with that hook punch, boom, and then he fell like, he got erased because he was chasing him.
That is like it's like in basketball. You reach, I teach. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to force it, that's when bad shit happens.
Man.
That's when bad shit.
Gotta-
But that's just like anything.
Fighting
you
is
know
the
what I'm
art of
saying?
not. It is like anything. It's the
like,
art of not Trying.
Well, it's like we were at the winery.
Huh.
We were at the winery earlier, and you smelled it. You said, "That smells kind of like burnt tires." And
Yeah.
like you're like, okay, well, and it's like once again in your composure, you're like, okay, well, we need to get this fucking switched. As opposed to someone who's desperate, they're like, well, we gotta get this fucking shit out regardless. You know, what I'm saying? This shit out. This shit that smells like burnt tires. It's like the same thing in fighting. You're like, maybe I need to fucking not fucking run in.
Yeah.
Run in and
In that moment, yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? You fucking
About making
keep
those
your
right
composure.
choices.
You're
Yeah.
like, he just caught me with a hook. All right.
Yeah.
That was a solid punch, player. I'm a
It'd be
fucking,
like that, man.
I'm gonna fucking chill out, reevaluate, and figure out how not to get hit with that motherfucking hook again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you guys are obviously have become friends through fighting.
Yep.
But you guys, are you at liberty to talk about this
What?
little venture you guys have with
Yeah.
cigars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we want to make sure we
We
get
just
that
can't
in.
talk about like who we have on board besides me and Brian, and but
Well, because you already got your cigars, don't you?
and probably next week.
Next week. Okay,
My
next
cigars
week,
with the
next
wrap
week,
will
next
come
week,
in
next
hand.
week, next
But
week.
we have some heavy hitters on board. We got probably like 7 other UFC fighters. I don't know if Brian Smith ended up filling you in on who we.
So it's one
I didn't
brand
get
with
the brand.
multiple
Yeah.
investors that are
Yes.
all in UFC.
Yes, it's called Your Best Cigars. And the thing I like about it is because it's called Your Best Cigars, because I'm naturally competitive, Brian's naturally competitive.
Yeah.
And when you have a name like Your Best Cigars, we have to live up to that name. Brian Smith is also very competitive. And we have to live up to that name. We don't want no BACs. You know what BACs is? Booty ass cigars.
I was gonna be like blood alcohol content. But yeah, I mean booty ass cigars. I knew what it was.
For real. So we traveled to Miami. You know, Brian Smith, our business partner, is an amazing guy. He's so amazing. He's from Raleigh, North Carolina. Shout out to you, Brian Smith.
Shout
Such
out
a
to
dope-
Brian Smith. Shout out to
Hell
North
yeah,
Carolina.
man.
North Carolina, stand up.
Hey,
Take a shot.
But yeah, man, Brian's so dope. How this venture all started, right? So I met Brian at UFC X like 2.5 years ago, however long that was, and usually when people message me, I get hundreds of messages. Come on my podcast. I know you get the same. Hundreds of messages. Come on my podcast. Come on my podcast. I never respond. But Brian's message, he met me at UFC X. I signed an autograph for him, took a picture with him, and he was very genuine. And he reached out to me and was like, "Hey man, I'll be in Vegas. You know, if you want to go to dinner and do a little podcast stuff in my hotel. I bought a bunch of cameras, and you know, I have my own show." And for whatever reason, I messaged him back. I usually don't. Let's go. Come on, let's go. So then went to the hotel, did the podcast. We had great energy right off the rip. We was rock solid. And yeah, he ended up going back to North Carolina. He invited me out to, it was a cabin. It was some cabin.
Asheville.
I don't even know. It was some cabin.
I don't even
Yeah, it was some cabin way out there.
A lot of places you can have a cabin
on
in
a
North
big.
Carolina,
No, it was
I
a
can't lie
big
to you.
ass lake. It was super nice on a huge big lake, and
already.
you know, we had a good time. And I was just like, yo, this like, you know, we it was New Year, so we spent New Year's there and everything, and it was just a great time. I invited him to, I don't remember what UFC it was, but it was when Jamal Hill fought, Yuri. Oh, it was when Marab fought Umar. It was in California.
Yeah, that was in the
Yes, and so I invited. Yeah, so I brought Brian Smith as my +1.
Oh.
We had a great time. This was this year, and keep in mind this was 2 years prior. And over like a year, we had been like thinking about ways we can kind of do things differently and branch off. And you know, alcohol isn't it, because everybody and their mom is doing some kind of whiskey or tequila or proper 12 or something like that. So we've been trying to come up with ideas, and he does. I know he said he did poker with his friends and smoke cigars, and it just hit him. He was like, "Yeah, man, oh, that'd be great to do like a UFC fighter cigar." And when he came up with the idea, originally he was gonna do it with me and have one of his coworkers, Julie, run his business. So he runs a security company called iWatch Security. It's like an ADT. I don't know if you know what ADT is.
Yeah.
So iWatch is one of the biggest security companies in Raleigh. Trust me, I Googled the shit out of it. And I was like, oh man, let me see what this dude's about. And then it came back. When I Googled it, he had a 5.0 star review. And it had tons of reviews. Tons. And, he was a military guy. Started his business from scratch. Was just an entrepreneur, hustler. And I knew right off the jump, like, yeah, this is a guy that's a really hardworking guy, and he has a good head on his shoulders, and he knows how to build a company. Not just build a company. Anyone can start a company, but he knows how to start a successful company. And so, yeah, man, we were driving back from the fights from California, and the plan was for him to have Julie run the company full time, and he goes back and forth between like Carolina and Vegas. And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to just sell my company and move out to Vegas. And we're going to go all in on the cigar business. For real. Dead serious.
No, Brian's a gangster.
He is, man. And I looked at him. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. No joke. Next month, he's writing up the paperwork to sell his company. And he just last week finally sold the company. The company's worth, a fuck ton of money. Sold the company and packing up his shit on the way to Vegas as we speak right now. He is driving to Las Vegas as we speak to move there permanently.
This is why I gotta give Ode some love, right? Like we said, like he's a responsible one, the chaotic one.
I am the responsible one.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally,
yin and yang.
I would not have ever met Brian Smith. I love Brian Smith. I wouldn't have met him. If Ode was like, hey, I'm meeting one of my friends tonight. You should come with me.
Yeah, come to dinner. I was like, come on dinner.
I was like, all right, shit. Fuck yeah, come to dinner.
Yeah, he was in town. Yeah, so Brian was in town, and I was like,
I come to dinner. Fuck you.
Brian Smith was in town, and then Brian Battle was in town, and I was about to go to dinner with him. He arranged for us to get dinner, and I was like, oh yeah, I ran into Brian Battle in the locker room, and I was like, hey man, I'm about to get dinner. What are you up to? You trying to come to dinner with us? And he's like, all right, let's go. And so yeah, immediately get to dinner. Have him meet my guy Brian, and immediately we start telling him our idea about having UFC fighter cigar. I shouldn't say that. It's actually going to be influencer cigar, but we want to launch with our founding fighters. So 7 to 10 founding fighters, meaning whoever starts the company will always, like, we're going to have our own facility where Brian Battle is going to have his own plaque saying founding fighter Brian Battle, or whatever we decide to come up with. He helped start the company. He's the first person we signed. So that 7 to 10 is going to be our founding fighters. Then after that, it's going to be influencers like movie stars, NFL players, baseball players, NHL, whatever influencer that wants to be a part of it. But we're going to launch with the founding fighters, the founders of the company. And so what it is each fighter is going to have their own cigar curated to who they are, their personality, their blend. Not every cigar is
I was going to ask that, because it seems like it lent itself to that. I love that idea.
Yeah,
yes, and so we send them like 5 cigars, and they, for me, I was like, I don't know enough about cigars. Just pick one for me and let me smoke it and let me see if I like it. And they, I flew to Miami, tried it, and I was like, yo, this is nice. Yeah. This is nice.
Like a multi-pack.
Yeah, it was dope. So I was like, immediately, the Jamaican Sensation.
He's got the Jamaican blend.
Yeah.
Like, for me, there's going to be the Carolina blend.
So his cigar is going to be the very next cigar on the line to be made. But your best cigars isn't just about cigars. It's a subscription business, and you're not just paying a subscription for the cigars. You're paying for the experience of the fighter. So when you open up a box of that cigar, you're gonna get, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get to really know. I can't give too much. I'm not gonna give too much because Brian's probably watching this, pulling his hair. I'm like, no,
don't give too much.
Yeah, Brian's probably watching this right now. Like, okay, don't give him too much. Hold up, we launched in September. Wait, hold up. But yeah, let's just say when they open the box, they're gonna get a taste of Brian Battle. They're gonna get a taste of Ode Osbourne. They're gonna get a taste of XYZ. Yeah. Sign this and autograph this, a picture of this. And if you do this for this many months, if you subscribe for this many months, then you get this thing or you get that thing. You get to come to Vegas. You get to meet the fighters. So the whole thing is about the experience of the fighter. So not only are you getting a cigar made by Bryan Battle, but you're getting to know, like, tap in with Bryan Battle and getting the experience to meet Bryan Battle, getting a collectible by Bryan Battle, you know what I'm saying, picture by Bryan Battle, just all these things, all these perks are going to come with subscribing to the Butcher Cigar.
You guys have, like, you got the names, you got the stories, all that stuff, like...
Yeah. And no, it's on a cigar bar. But not just that, it's not...
It's all cigar bar.
Yeah.
In downtown Napa.
Yeah, but not just that, it's not just about... Like,
we know where he's going.
Yeah.
That was Tuesday night in downtown Napa.
Listen, I started smoking cigars with Brian Smith. I was like, damn, I kind of like this.
Yeah. And look, so the cigar is premium cigars, you know, hand rolled by Cubans in Miami with Cuban seeds, Cuban tobacco seeds, because obviously getting Cuban tobacco is illegal.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get you know, a facility in the DR, which Brian already got. So we have a facility in the DR. So we're gonna be shipping out of the DR. We're gonna be shipping out of Miami. We're gonna get another facility. We're probably gonna have a big facility in Vegas where we're gonna have, you know, our own space. Where we're gonna have the founding fighters, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be dope. Your best after parties, your best cigars, your best.
The spot in Vegas,
it's gonna be everything, man.
The spot
your
in
best
Vegas,
collectibles,
gonna be a good time.
It's going to be.
I bet.
Dude, hell yeah, we're going.
No, you definitely have to. You definitely have to.
We're doing great,
No, you can't have karaoke at a fucking cigar bar.
Yeah.
No karaoke at the cigar bar.
See, they are. I can tell. They're the chaos, and we're the responsible.
Yeah, that's it.
with arms wide open.
We'll be cheering you guys on at the karaoke bar.
Take you higher.
Karaoke to cigar, buddy.
Fuck, bro. I'll have a cigar in my mouth while I'm singing grand. I'll take you higher.
Dude, I just know it's gonna be fucking great because we just had a taste of hanging out with you guys today. It's fucking been a blast. So, dude,
It's been a great time.
Yeah.
We're great to get to know you guys.
Fucking lit.
Jimmy,
Thank you.
Touche, it's been a blast hanging out with y'all too. Though.
No, for real. And it's
That's what I'm saying. Like the energy's been we've just been bouncing.
Yeah, and it's crazy for real. And I hate
You never know where it's gonna go.
You don't know where it's gonna go. You don't know where it's gonna go.
And I know Brian probably had the same experience. I hate doing stuff where I have to be like super serious and professional all the time because I have I do a lot of stuff as well, obligations with people I meet, you know, do podcasts or meet and greets or sponsorship stuff where, you know, the owner of the company is serious. So I always match their energy and I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be one of those. Okay. All right. So first of all, shout out to the kids. You know, I love you guys. You know,
Also, fuck the kids.
hey, pause, hold up. How did you guys get connected with Joe and Tony Lemma?
The connection with Good Hype, like getting together. Like, first of all, we've always, I mean, shit, for 15 plus 20 years, been UFC fans. Like, love the sport. It's one of the most real sports. I mean, I wouldn't say one of. It is the most real sport out there. There's a lot of logic behind it. It's not a bunch of pansies like trying to over-regulate stuff. Like, and it's entertainment. Like, great entertainment at the same time. And so when we got the opportunity, we were like, dude, that'd be like, really? You guys want to come out? Like, fuck yeah, let's do this. So
Joe and Tony are awesome, and Joe's like, I feel like he's one of those guys, like, we hopped on one call, and it was like, just automatically, it felt like we knew each other.
Yeah,
for like,
that's really...
And it's like with you guys, it's like that vibe. It's like, you know, we're like cut from the same cloth.
No, that's cool, because I met...
Even with different backgrounds.
Because once again, this is another situation where Oda, he just called me one day. He was like, hey, I'm going to do this podcast with the Wagner company in California. You want to come? I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, because
you were
I told Tony, you know, I actually met Tony on LinkedIn, you know, because I was looking for different, I guess, image consultant and people that could get me sponsorships and opportunities, but I needed to write. I'd already gone through, like, I think I met 5 different people, and I obviously, all 5 of them I called them. We were talking, and I was like, didn't feel that. I didn't feel their energy because when they get almost too businessy and too serious, I don't know, they just weren't authentic. And when I met Tony and spoke to her,
You can hear political talk. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
when I met
I've heard this before.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
you just telling me what I want to hear.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes. They were
Yep.
just telling me what I wanted to hear, and I met Tony. I was like, she was so authentic on the phone. I was like, wow, this is somebody that I would love to work with because her energy and her vibe was, like I said, I love the name. The name fits. She was that good hype.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was that good hype. She was super, just like charismatic. She had ideas, what I could do based off of my brand. She already had a thing of like, ooh, we could do this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, oh, all these other people I talked to was more like, oh, what could you do for me? You know what I'm saying? Tony had ideas of like how we can all grow together, and I love that. And the more I spoke to her, the more I was like, yeah, like this is where I want to be. And so I signed with Good Hype, and ended up meeting Joe and sending him a bottle of Aljamain Sterling. He has his own rum called Funk Harbor. Shout out to Aljamain and shout out to Funk Harbor.
Shout out.
Shout out
to
to
Funk
Joe.
Harbor.
The Funk Harbor slaps. So I ain't gonna lie.
It does.
I've
Funk
had
Harbor-
some Funk Harbor. I've had some Funk Harbor rum. It slaps.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aljo.
Funk
I
Harbor.
love you, motherfucker.
Funk Harbor is incredible, But so yeah, I was like, you know what? Like, there's so many things we could do. I don't really want to do rum or alcohol because Aljo's doing that, and I don't want to. I'm one of those people. Like, I am a ride or die friend that you want to have. If you're doing something, I want to support you. I don't want to compete.
I can
with you.
attest to this. I can attest to this.
I don't want to compete at all. I don't want to even get in the same space. Let's see how I can help you.
Wait,
You
Paul,
know?
Paul, sometimes you're not even thinking about competing.
Exactly. I never.
And then motherfucker will just put you onto some shit that you
Yeah.
weren't even thinking about.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, hell yeah, let's do
And
it.
so
You know what
I
I'm
told
saying?
Tony, I was like, I was telling Tony was asking me like she gave me like a little form to fill out of things I liked, and I was telling her I was like, yeah, I really love like riding my motorcycle for fun. I really love wine. I love like steaks. I love, there's so many things I told her. And immediately she was like, boom, all right, cool. She got me a sponsor for steaks. This company called Plainview Steaks from Oklahoma. And it's grass-fed, sprout finishing. Sprout finishing is this thing where when the cows are fully mature, they give them this like, these sprouts that they grow from natural entities, and it's supposed to add more protein to the cows. And so they send me like, all these rich nutrient steaks. So Tony got me that. And then she was like, oh, I know this really cool, amazing company called Copper Cane, and Joe is actually connected with them. Shout out to you, Joe. Thank you. And he's like, Joe is actually connected. Not you, Joe.
No,
but,
yeah, the other Joe.
Yeah.
I got confused. I was
Yeah.
good.
Hi, Joe.
Shout out to
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
Joes. All the
And
Joes
so
good.
immediately,
We love Joe.
Yeah, we do.
No, deadass,
Right,
deadass.
we do.
I know. Now,
Shout out to Joe.
you are the fourth or fifth Joe
Yeah.
that I really know.
yeah.
Every fucking Joe I
It's
know
amazing.
is cool.
No,
Oh,
deadass. My best friend in
Deadass.
high school.
No,
Joe
no.
Cerno,
So-
my best friend in high school. Joe Cerno.
I'm divorced
Amazing.
now. But at my wedding, one of my groomsmen was a motherfucker named Cowboy Joe.
Cowboy Joe. All right.
Cowboy motherfucking Joe. When I was in Vegas, one of my trainers was Joe Freeman. You know what I'm saying? Great motherfucking people. You
The
know what I'm saying?
average Joe.
Every Joe I meet is cool as fuck. I'm sorry.
Big thanks to give out to Tony and Joe and like
Joe,
the whole
yeah,
Good
I
Hype
love that
family,
motherfucker.
what they've done. But you guys got some other shout outs you guys want to get through. So,
Mainly just Joey.
no, man, go for it. What you got?
Ryan, you're ready
What
to
you-
go.
I definitely want to shout out. So I have I was an assistant teacher for 6 years. I have my youth program that I launched about a week or two ago. It's called The Wolf, and it's on YouTube. If you go YouTube, look for my YouTube channel. If you have kids and you want your kids to have drive and understand why they should have drive, not just have drive just to have drive. You know what I'm saying? It's called The Wolf because we need people around us to help us, but we have to choose the right breed of people. We can't just choose random people. You got to put them through a vetting process. You know what I'm saying? Because as wolves go, everybody starts out as a beta. We all started out as a beta. Everybody starts as a beta. You don't become an alpha until, years and years of experience and growth and lessons and things like that. But in my program, I talk about accountability, which is my favorite core value, by the way. Something that I talk about a lot with the kids. I talk about respect. I talk about how to be a leader. And that's what this program is about. It's about building lions and not building, most people are followers. So I'm trying to get most people to become leaders. So yeah, man, if you go on YouTube and you search my name and look at the playlist under youth, it's a youth self-efficacy program. What that means is it's building up their, it's almost like a youth developmental program that helps them. It's 7 core values, and each core value,
and done online.
Yes, online. And it's
okay.
I paid a ton of money for it, to do the green screen and the cameras, and to have the drop-ins and make it look professional, just so that I can have the kids be engaged. But it's all for free. I'm giving it away.
That's awesome.
For free to all the kids, because at one point I was like, man, and maybe eventually in the future, when I retire, but at one point I was trying to sell it to different entities. Like, Tony brought up we should sell it to CBS and things like that. But also, it's just one of those things that it's a good give back to the community.
Right there.
You know what I mean? It's a good give back to the community.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's just fire. That's just fire, play.
Yeah, so it's a great give back to the community, because all the things I'm doing in the Octagon, Brian talked about being a youth pastor. That would be something that I would love to do, maybe later on in life. But right now I'm so busy. So how can I create a version of me that could impact an entire nation of children?
Yeah.
And this is how you do it. I spent 6 years just documenting what worked, what didn't work. Talking to the kids, if I triggered them in some way, I would write down how I triggered them and how I resolved my efforts to make them a better person.
And you go through that in this.
Yes, exactly.
That's great.
Exactly. I go through that in this, and I bring up different aspects of how to become a better, leader by using accountability. You have to hold yourself accountable. By using respect, you have to respect your others around you, or you're not going to gain respect.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just one of those things that I am very passionate about. And like I said, it's not a way for me to make money. It's free. I'm not making a dime on this. It's just a way for myself to impact the youth, because I can't be a hypocrite. If I talk about it, I gotta do it.
Gotta do something.
I gotta do something about it.
Well, accountability is one thing that I think that our society's really tried to skirt children away from. Where It's like, no, it's not your fault. It's societies, governments, the school, whatever. And that's not the case. I think that actually a lot of those things have stripped parents away from being able to hold kids accountable and teach them self-accountability.
100%.
And so that's why I got 2 kids in homeschool. Because I'm like, fuck this.
To neglect is to indulge. You homeschool them motherfuckers. Ain't no neglecting happening. Ain't no goddamn neglecting. My dad had a full-time job. He still had to teach me how to do math up until 8th grade. up until X and Y started being involved, my dad was a great math teacher.
He was like, yeah, son.
Once X and Y, he was like, hey, you got it, big dog. I was like, bro.
Yeah, look it up on the internet. Google this.
We had a program, but I just didn't do it. Keep on going.
No, Brian, what's your shout out?
My shout out. All right, so shout out, Joey Niz. You know I love you, Joey Niz. Hey, Joey Niz, Derek, Planet 13, great spot, best dispensary in Vegas. Joey Niz, presidential. They say it's the strongest weed. It is legitimately the strongest weed.
And I know I said it before.
I've tested it myself.
And you know I said...
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I said this before, but obviously, shout out Good Hype and Tony and Joe Lemma, man.
Yeah.
They're amazing, man. Tony, shout out to you. You are A1, man. Follow us on the socials. Ode Osbourne, ODE, Osbourne, OSBOURNE.
Instagram, Bryan Battle 68.
Surprised it wasn't 69.
X.
Yeah.
Nah, that 68 was my football number.
Okay, all right.
People get that mixed up all the time.
Okay, all
I love 69 now. Back then, I was a good boy. 68 was my number. I didn't cross over because I was a good boy. On X, Bryan Battle 10.
All right.
Bryan Battle 10.
Okay.
68 was taken.
Thank you guys very much for being here. This is awesome. Like I had a great day today. You guys blended some wine. We waxed some bottles and shit. And now we have to talk about this.
Shout out to y'all because it's like y'all had a great time.
Yes,
we had a
you guys are amazing.
We had
an amazing time.
We had a great fucking time.
And shout out to the movie Holes,
You know
too.
what?
Holes.
Shout out to Holes, baby.
All right, in peace. We're out. We're out. That's how we went out. The Holes. Nothing like a good bookend story.
The best in the biz,
This
baby.
is for you tomorrow.
I'm a machine,
This is for
baby.
you tomorrow. So, Brian,
They can't stop me.
this is for tomorrow,
They
Brian.
can't stop me. I'm a machine.
We gotta wake up
baby.
at 9.
I'm wake up at 8.
We gotta wake up at
Fuck
8.
9.
We gotta wake up at 8.
Fuck 9. I'm wake up at 8:30.
And we have a show tomorrow. We got a podcast. I'm trying to get this nigga home. And he ain't listening. He's trying to order another drink. And it's 2 o'clock.
I'm gonna order another drink because I feel bad.
You don't need another drink. Tell him.
Brian the Butcher Battle, baby.
What do you think about my dog, bro?
I know you got the best dog in the game.
I'm at Bell Gloss, and today we're gonna wax our own bottle just like this. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, oh, oh.